Okay, this is Chapter 1, Self-Test 7, and it's converting fractions to decimals. The main thing with this is you want to make sure you divide and enter it properly into the calculator. So all you would do for 1/6 to convert that to a decimal is you would take 1 and you would divide it by 6. So your answer would be 0.1666666, and that goes on forever, so you would actually round off on this one. The rules for rounding are usually you carry it out about 2 spaces unless it's more specific. So we're going to look at the third number to the right of the decimal. If the third number to the right of the decimal is 5 or greater, you're going to round the second number to the right of the decimal up 1. If the third number to the right of the decimal is 4 or lower, you're not going to round that number at all. You're just going to leave it. So in this equation, the 0.0166, the 6 is higher than a 5, so it gets rounded up to 0.017. 6/8, all you do is you divide 6 divided by 8, and you get 0.75. Zeros always lead, they never follow, so you would not drop this 0. It would always be 0.75. It would never be 0.75. Number 4, you would take 4 divided by 5, and you get 0.8. The calculator automatically drops off trailing zeros, so you wouldn't know with a calculator if it was dropped or not. You would know if you did longhand or shorthand. So number 4 is 9 divided by 40. You get 0.225. Again, you could round this off. You could do 0.22. You look at the 5. Is it greater than 5? Is it 5 or greater? And the answer is yes. And so this one would round up to 0.23. So the next one is 1/8. So you do 1 divided by 8, and you get 0.125. Unless it specifies and tells you to round out to the hundredths place or tenths place, that would be your deciding factor on whether or not to round off. You could leave this one as 0.125, or you could round it off to 0.13. You can check your answer in the back of the book and see what the book wants you to do. 1/7 is 1 divided by 7. This is a good one. It's 0.1428571. Obviously, you don't need all those extra numbers. That's just really super small numbers. So if we were rounding to just to the hundredths place, which is the second number to the right of the decimal, which is the 4 in this equation, you would look at the thousandths place, which is the 2, and you would say, is this greater than or equal to 5? No, it's a 2, so you don't round up. You drop off all the trailing numbers, so you would actually do 0.14. I forgot what equation that was. So number 7, 1/3 is 0.333. Anytime a number repeats like that, it's just keeps on going on forever. You can put a bar over the top of one of the 3's to just symbolize that it's repeating. This book does not require that. So you could round this one off to 0.33. Again, you would look at the third number to the right of the decimal. If the third number to the right of the decimal is 0 through 4, you just drop off the numbers. If it's 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, you would round up. So this one would not be rounded up. This one will be rounded down. 11/12 is 11 divided by 12. You get 0.91666666. And the repeating 6's don't really matter on this one if you're only rounding it to the first 2 places to the right of the decimal, which is the hundredths place. In this case, if we round it off to the nearest hundredth, it would be the 0.91. We would look at the 6. Is the 6 5 or greater? Yes, it is. It's 6. So we would round up the 1 to a 2. So our answer would be 0.12. Okay, so 5/8 is 5 divided by 8, and you get 0.625. Again, if we're rounding to the hundredth place, which is the 2, it's the second place to the right of the decimal, we would look at the third place to the right of the decimal to decide if we're going to round up or down on that 2. Since it's a 5 in the third place, we're going to round up, and we get 0.63. I don't remember if I did 1/5. I should be writing this down. Well, and actually, I should know 1/5 is is a 20th. So 1/5 is 1 divided by 5. Your answer is 0.2. There's no rounding. Trailing zeros already got dropped off. So that is the Chapter 1 Self-Test 7, Converting Fractions to Decimals.